Hey guys, happy Wednesday. Welcome to my Workshop Wednesday video. If we don't know each other, my name is Tara. I'm a registered nurse, a health coach, a nutritionist, and a personal trainer. And I come to you guys live every single Wednesday to talk about something in the space of health, nutrition, fitness. Lately, a lot of it has been specifically geared towards this quarantine that we're all going through together, right? And a lot of times I take questions that you guys message me or when I post a little thing in my stories asking you guys what kind of topics you want me to cover. I definitely pay attention to that. So if you are interested in having me speak on something in particular in the future, make sure you let me know. Okay, so today's topic is about how maybe you, but probably for the majority of the people I'm speaking to, your need for comfort in the moment may be the thing that's getting in the way of you achieving your comfort later on. So let me explain that a little bit. For one, I want to address the fact that people will say all the time that self-care has to do with just giving into your every wish. Self-care has to do with, not having discipline over what you want to feed yourself, for example, that you are looking after yourself if you just get to eat whatever you want. Now, while I don't think that we should be overly restrictive at all, that's not the name of the game either, I don't think that having no boundaries, no discipline, no guidance is the key to self-care at all. And one of the ways I kind of justify this in my mind is I have 2 little kids, and if you have kids or if you know kids pretty well, you'll know that giving them zero discipline is not an act of love that we want to do, right? Having no discipline at all, having no guidance, nobody would look at you and say you're doing wonderful as a parent, right? We have to have certain rules in place. Doesn't matter if you're super flexible or you're more on the strict side. Either way, all of us parents have some sort of boundaries and guidelines for our children. And we need to, hi Joni, good morning. And we need that for ourselves as well, right? So it's not an act of love for yourself to have no boundaries at all. And in this peculiar time of quarantine and pandemic and financial crisis, strange things like having difficulty accessing groceries, even if money isn't the issue, but just having the access to it, and we're worried about going to the store and not, and we're buying all of these pantry shelf stable items. A lot of them tend to not be so healthy. It's very easy to hit order on something on Amazon Prime that's, I don't know, a 12-pack of Oreos or something like that, right? We are all looking for comfort. So here's the thing about us humans. Humans, we all need comfort. Our brain seeks it out. But it'll do that in a few different ways. And so what a lot of people are doing are just seeking for all the comfort right now. And they're setting themselves up for discomfort later on. Okay, so this is the case if it's a ton of emotional eating going on. This is the case if you want to be working out, you think that that's a good routine that you want to get involved in and you're not doing it. You're seeking out the comfort right now over the comfort for the future. You're basically choosing the way that you want to feel right now over how you might want to feel or your health or whatever for the future, okay? And what I'm saying here is not that it should be all one or the other, but I think there should be a mix. I think that we do need things to comfort us in the moment, okay? Especially now during this pandemic, during this financial crisis. We need to be making sure that we have these little pockets of whatever brings you some comfort. But we also need to be making sure that we're not setting ourselves up for so much discomfort down the road, right? This is the case anytime, but particularly now. We're going to be coming out of this pandemic, whether it's, it seems obvious it's not going to be like the flip of a switch. It's going to be a gradual progression, however that works. But the last thing that you're going to need is to set yourself up more problems when you come out of this thing, right? So what I'm saying here is, hey Brian, what I'm saying here is discipline is what's needed. So the clients that I work with, the ones that do the best, they show up being willing to be disciplined. They're putting in effort and they've got a good attitude about it, right? We can control those things. We can always control our attitude, our effort, and the way that we respond to things. We can control if we have discipline in the moment. And what discipline is when motivation isn't there to light a fire under your butt and get you to do something, when the motivation is lacking, which we all experience all of the time, you do it anyway, okay? Some people wait until they get waves of motivation and then they do it, whatever the it is, right? Those are not the people that are successful. People that are successful in anything are the ones that are going to ride out motivation when it shows up, because that's awesome. So use it as a tool when it's here. And when motivation isn't here, you're gonna just freaking do the thing anyway. Those are the people that are successful in whatever they're pursuing, right? I don't think anybody could disagree with that. So that's what I'm saying. Sometimes choose the comfort for right now. Take that walk because you need a minute to yourself, okay? Take a bath, read a book, call a friend, do all of those things that are going to bring you comfort. And yeah, maybe sometimes have chocolate, because that brings you comfort. Have an extra cup of coffee, a cup of tea, whatever. Sometimes you can do those things too, even if it's consumption of food or drink because it brings you comfort, sure. But you only know for yourself, right? You're not fooling anybody. This is just your own game here. Are you choosing comfort in the moment more often to the point where you're leading yourself up for discomfort in the future? So are you always skipping your workouts and choosing that type of comfort to sit on the couch instead of working out? Are you always reaching for the pantry every night and doing that emotional eating, and now you're going to set yourself up with feeling bloated, feeling sluggish, putting on excess body fat maybe that you didn't want to, affecting your blood sugar, affecting your health and your energy levels going forward? Is that the thing that you really want to be doing? And if not, you need to turn up the discipline a little bit, okay? It's not, it's not a magic pill, but it sort of is. You have to just do it anyway. So I get questions all the time like, well, how do you just do it? Like, I can't seem to make myself do it. You just make yourself do it. There are all kinds of little tips and tricks that can sort of help you, guide you towards that starting line a little bit. Lay out your clothes the night before, set your alarm, make it very easy and enjoyable to do the thing that it is that you're trying to do. That definitely helps for sure. So that your first workout in 6 months shouldn't be something so hard that it sucks and you hate every minute of it and then you're sore for a week afterwards. That's not going to be a thing that's going to get you to come back for more, right? Make it something fun, make it something enjoyable, set yourself up for it, set your environment so you're all good with that. Setting your environment might also be that you're not bringing in as much of the junk that you tend to overeat every night, right? If it's not around, you won't be able to get it. So little things like that certainly help, but the end result is you need to decide that you are going to be disciplined, that you are a person that's disciplined in order to make some of these things happen. So choose, cherry pick some of those little comfort choices that you need right now, keep those in your life. But for all the other goals that you have, decide that it's okay to have a little discomfort right now because you're setting yourself up for more comfortable moments going forward. If I work out now, that's improving my health, that's improving my sanity, that's setting me up for future comfort. So even if I don't want to work out right now, I'm never going to regret that workout. That's always going to give me comfort going forward. And for me, I'd rather kind of set myself up. I'm a planner, so that's sort of my nature anyway. Same thing with the food. If you know that you're going to feel like garbage after you eat something, what you're doing is you're choosing to satisfy you in the moment for like a few minutes, and you're risking you in the future. So what I'm saying here is give yourself a little love, yourself in the future a little bit of love. Show up, have the discipline, don't wait for the motivation to come, and just get up and do the thing that it is that you want to do. Also, keep in mind that you do need some of that comfort, because if it's all discomfort all of the time, your brain is going to have a temper tantrum and not allow you to do that. So make sure you are interspersing bits of comfort throughout so your brain feels at ease, and then you can slowly make your way towards the goals that you have. If you have any specific questions, guys, you know that I love to answer them, so leave them in the comments and I will definitely come back. Hey, Debbie, thanks for joining. All right, guys, have a wonderful day. Bye.